There it is, that white eye with the red pupil. This is a HYPO, VPIT positive, or VPIT positive Sunglow they call it, crystal. What's up, snake fans? Dave Palumbo here, and it is pouring here in Cape Coral, Florida, so I have to kind of be in my garage so I don't get soaked doing this little intro and outro, but it's raining and that's all right. The crops are getting watered. The snakes are in breeding mode, hopefully, from the rain. And this is my first video actually back from my surgery I had last Thursday on my foot where they fused my ankle. So far, first 3 days were brutal pain. I stayed in the hospital purposely so they can give me all the nice pain meds. I left on Sunday and then I haven't taken a pain med since then. So I'm pretty tough once that initial surgery pain is kind of gone. So I've been just trying to, the hardest part for me is doing nothing, you know, because they want you to just kind of lay on the couch with your leg up. So I had to go into the snake room and take a look. We got that European BOA litter in, or that BOA import that I brought in from my good friend David Sukar in Germany. Thank you for that. I have to showcase that litter to you guys because I know I had promised you I was going to do it. So I went over there and filmed it. So we're going to take a look at that, a couple other cool things in the snake room. And you never know what I might run into over there. Pablo's been holding down the fort. I have to thank him, man. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be able to do it. He's doing everything over there. He really is going above and beyond, and I want to thank him from the bottom of my heart, really. He's a very loyal friend, and he really treats my collection just like his own. So thank you for that, Pablo. Let's take a look and see some snakes. All right, here's my annulated boas that I got from my friend Paul Miller. And it looks like we have some kind of lock going on here. I can't really see, they're really entwined with each other, but I definitely see some kind of a lock going on here that could be a breeding situation. I don't want to disturb them too much, but it's kind of promising, so hopefully we can maybe get some baby corrals. Really cool. These are the corrals annulatus, or annulated tree boas, and they seem to be enjoying each other. I have another one over there, away from the heat. I have 3 in here, cohabitated, against all the rules. And I see a lock. All right, here it is, snake number 1 from the European shipment. And this is a Labyrinth IMG, so increasing melanistic gene, which is the gene that adds pigment, black pigment. As the snake gets older, it'll get darker and darker. This is an IMG Labyrinth. I know I have not been able to produce any myself, so I imported this litter with a couple of these guys. Some of them will be available for purchase. I'm not keeping them all, but what a beautiful, look at that eye. What a beautiful snake that is. You get the beautiful labyrinth pattern with the increasing melanistic gene. You can see all this dark pigment coming in here on the head. And it'll be interesting to see how much of this snake actually does get black and how much actually doesn't get black. Because Labyrinth removes some pigment. So we're not going to see a totally black snake here for sure. You know, there's no Motley in here or anything like that. So we'll have to just see, you know, how this one turns out. I really like the saddles and how the Labyrinth pattern here. It looks really nice. There's the typical Labyrinth right on the head, right behind the neck. And a really dark head, which is typical in that weird eye you see from the IMG. All right, here's another IMG Labyrinth. This one's got more dark pigment on its head. They're the same age, they're from the same litter, so, but you know, snakes grow at different rates, and it seems like the bigger these guys get, the more black pigment they get. So probably has something to do with the shed cycles, I would think. But this one is adding definitely pigment. You can see all the Labyrinth pattern is outlined in black too. That's really cool. I think that's what really makes the IMG Labyrinth a really cool snake, because the Labyrinth pattern is what is so appealing. I think a lot of people just love that pattern. I do, at least better than any other pattern morph. And then when you see a black outline on it, really making it pop more, giving it more contrast, that's gonna only make it better. So, and this guy looks like he's jungle too. He's got the jungle line right here. I have to ask my friend in Germany if there's any jungle in this litter, because that definitely looks jungle to me. All right, here's our third IMG Labyrinth. Completely different pattern. I was just cleaning her. her tub, so she's a little aggravated at me, and she's like, get out of here, enough is enough. Look, you see, her face is really black. You can see her mouth now, she's opening her head. Right behind her eye, that eye stripe, look at that black eye stripe. That is really kind of cool. And that was brown when she was born, I guarantee it, and it's turning black. So all the black, all the saddles, all the labyrinth pattern, it might actually turn black. The outline, it's outlined in black right now, but it might actually fill in and be completely black, which would look really, really cool if that's the case. And then of course we have a lot of black speckling throughout the lighter portion of the body, which could also lead to, you know, a lot of black in there. Like I said, I don't think this is going to turn completely black, but I think we're going to get, it's going to be pretty cool. All right, let's leave her alone. She's aggravated. All right, here's one of my favorite combinations of all time. I'm glad I got more of these in because I had sold my holdback IMG VPIT positive male because I'd oversold some snakes I was selling, and I felt bad. And actually, the girl who actually bought them was the girl who sells the rodent food. I interviewed her at Daytona, and she got a really nice snake. So I got a few more. This is actually, I think, from the same litter. So this is a 21. These are not 22s. And these are IMG Motley VPIT positive. So it's going to get much darker than the non-Motley would. And it's got some really, really nice, look at that eye. Look at that silver eye. How cool is that? That big dark pupil from the IMG gene. This IMG gene with Motley obviously expresses itself a lot more. This snake will probably never be totally jet black because of the VPIT positive. It's going to get more, it has like a creamy look to it, as you can see. And a lot of good, nice contrast here. And so this is cool. I gave away my IMG VPIT positive male, but I'm going to get an IMG Motley VPIT positive. And this boy they've been feeding him really well, so he's going to be up to size. Probably by next year, hopefully we'll breed. All right, let's take a look at some of his brothers and sisters. All right, this one, also IMG Motley VPIT positive. Look at that. Look at that beautiful, beautiful chocolate tail. And this snake has gotten a lot darker than the one I have, that's for sure. Really beautiful. Once again, I'm not going to keep all of these, so I probably will make 1 or 2 of these available. I think I have 3 total. So I'll probably keep the male. I already have a female IMG VPIT positive I held back from the last shipment I got. And this one looks really nice. I don't really care which one I keep, to be honest with you. They're all really nice, so I was happy with this. Let's take a look at the third one. All right, here's our third one. She's big. This girl's big, yeah. She's got some nice size now. Look at that. And also, beautiful, super cool eye. IMG Motley VPIT positive. VPIT positive being the T positive albino, which is taking away some of the black. Otherwise, this snake would probably be jet black right now. Motley IMG, by at a year old, for sure is a jet black snake. But not with VPIT positive. It's going to get a chocolatey look to it, and it's going to get some contrast, and you're going to have some jet blackness, and then some creaminess, and then some, you know, chocolate looking colors. Absolutely beautiful. Love the snake too. I will let you guys know over the next, you know, couple weeks which ones are going to be available. But very happy with the shipment, and I'm going to go to my last 3 stellar snakes that came in this shipment that I'm really happy about. All right, before I get to my my superstars, this snake was given to me as a gift by my friends David Sukar in Germany, and I want to thank him. It's a beautiful, beautiful LABY, HYPO LABY more than likely. That's 100% head VPIT positive. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful little one. This is a male, so he should be breeding hopefully in another 1.5 years or so. Look how light he is. What a nice, nice LABY. When you have het VPIT positive in your snakes, it is absolutely visual. I don't care what anyone says. It's a recessive trait, but I see visual cues. I see much lighter BOAs that are, all my het VPIT positives are all much lighter than a normal looking. They almost look like they have an extra copy of the HYPO gene in it. And this is no exception. Look at this. Look how light that LABY is. That's one of the nicest, cleanest looking LABYs I've ever seen, and I really attribute that to the VPIT positive being there with one copy. Look at that tail. Look at that sick tail. Oh my God. Beautiful. All right, here's two of my favorites, the last two of the litter. This is this is a HYPO crystal. It's the HYPO gene with the 2 copies of the Labyrinth gene, which gives you the crystal. But as you know, crystals have blue eyes, but I want to show you this guy's eyes, and this, hopefully you guys will be able to figure out what it is. And I show you this eyes. Let's see if I can get this. See that eye? It's a red eye. And that's not an albino, not a conventional T negative albino. That is a VPI T positive albino. So this is a VPI T positive Sunglow. So it's the HYPO gene with the VPI T positive gene, and 2 copies of the LABY gene, which gives us our super form, this leucistic crystal. But they lost the blue eyes because the blue eyes are the lowest amount of melanin you could possibly have. So a super LABY removes almost all the melanin, but not enough to make a red eye. And then you add the VPIT positive gene on top of that. It just removes just enough melanin from that blue eye to make it red. And it's more of a ruby red. I'm sure if we had albino in this, like a T negative albino they would be a lot redder. These are like almost like rubyish eyes. They're like white actually eyes with red pupils. I don't know why this is not focusing so well. I just got my new iPhone, and you would think it would be I'd get a beautiful video, but it's not working as well as I would like. But you get the picture. Let's take a look at this one's sister. All right, and here's the final snake of the video from my European shipment. Look at this. There it is, that white eye with the red pupil. This is a HYPO, VPIT positive, or VPIT positive Sunglow they call it, crystal super labyrinth. What a powerhouse gene combination here. I have 2 females. I will probably keep one of them and make one available if anyone wants to reach out to me before I ever list it, you know, get the first dibs on it. This might be one of the nicest gene combinations I've seen in all of BOAS. I just love it. I mean, so clean looking. I love crystals. Everyone knows that. And I think that a crystal albino would have looked nice, but I think the VPIT positive is even nicer because the eyes just look weirder, you know? They just have a really, really interesting look to them. And they're getting settled. These guys came last week. Of course, the day I had surgery, so I want to thank Pablo for taking them out, hydrating them up again, and getting them in their tubs. And I'm very happy with what we got here from our good friend David Sukar in Germany. All right, here is one of the best snakes I produced in 2022. This is a visual hurricane Monarch. Monarch being one of the nicest T-positive lines that we have in ball pythons. And I produced 2 males, this boy, and I'm going to show you his brother. And one of these guys is leaving me next week. I would have sent him out this week, but I was in the hospital getting my leg worked on, or operated on. So we have 2 of them. This one's a little darker, and this one's got a little bit more pattern to it, which is kind of interesting. And it's lighter. I haven't decided which one I'm keeping yet, but one of these will be going. Put it this way, someone's getting something that's very amazing. And I probably should keep both of these guys because this guy looks like it has some other gene in it possibly. This one doesn't. This one looks like it's just like Hurricane Monarch. This one has like pixelation in it. I might have to go for this one. I know the person who's buying from me wants the darker one, but I haven't really decided. I told him that I would, sell him one of them, but I'm gonna think about it over the weekend, decide what I want. But they're both stellar. I mean, they're both pretty much just as dark. This one has some more white stuff coming up and some more pixelation, but they're both exquisite. So there you are. I wanted to show you both of them. I know my customers watching this probably, and they both have their own advantages and gifts, and I don't know which one's nicer. I really like them both. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today here at Palumbo's Pythons and Boas. You got to see some angulated tree boas breeding. That's cool, right? Who knows? I didn't even know what the breeding season is for them. I just kind of put them all together because I didn't have any place to put them. And my friend Paul Miller, who gave them to me, said, hey, they might be ready to breed. So I threw them all together and, we see some breeding action. You never know. A couple of them ate today. Pablo's feeding mice. We go every other week with rats, but then he'll feed the mice for the smaller grow-up stuff on the alternate week. And so all's good. We had a couple green tree pythons eat today as well. Obviously next week I got to send out those hurricane monarchs. You got to see both of those males. I really don't want to get rid of either one of them, but I sold one. I gave someone an opportunity, and I like to, pass on opportunities when they're available. I know I'm the only one who has them, as far as I know, the hurricane monarch combination, and it is beautiful, but we got to spread it, because I know someone will make something better with the one I sell, and then I'll buy the babies back from him. That's how it works. You can't do everything yourself. This industry and this hobby is built on the shoulders of the guys who come before us, and the women for that matter. All right, I hope you guys are enjoying the videos. Hopefully I can get back in action and get some regular content off to you. I'm trying to not get in trouble with my wife and Pablo for sneaking into the snake room. They're trying to kick me out of there because they want me to rest. And next Monday I have my doctor's appointment. They'll be putting a hard cast on. Once they do that, I think I'll be able to do a little bit more without worrying about injuring the area. All right, guys, you know how it goes. Raining or not raining, I still want you to hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, hit that like button, and if you do that, I'll be back again tomorrow morning.